Today I will explain you the one mudra which we call Unmani Mudra, or another name is Manonmani Mudra. It is part of Kundalini Yoga, Kriya Yoga, Hatha Yoga also. Primarily it's used in Kundalini Kriya Yoga. The name Manonmani or Unmani in Sanskrit, in Hindi, we understand man means which get fluctuate with the events in my surroundings, and it is not stable. Man or mind cannot be stable. Its nature is to be fluctuate. If I lift myself, raise myself beyond this mind sphere or its area, if I raise myself from that, that's called Unmani. Utna, raise man se. That's called Unmani Mudra. Another name, Manonmani. Man. So here in this another name, the is on second part, Manonmani. The definition is same, Manonmani Mudra. What the definition meaning? The meaning of this Manon. How do we do that? With the practice of your regular yoga, different things you are doing, different processes that you are doing, you will be able to get this Manonmani Mudra anytime. Whenever you feel you are puzzled, not in your natural state, true self, anytime in a day, you can do this Manonmani Mudra and you can bring yourself to the blissful state. The receiving the fruit of this Manonmani Mudra, to what extent you are able to read, this is, it depends on your regularity of your yoga practice and many more things also. And the practitioner can have its state from the previous birth also, it is in that state already, it's in good state. So it can differ, the fruit. But yes, you can practice it, and all of you are good recipient or candidate, those who are attending the today's session, all of you are good candidate for that Manonmani Mudra. It is simple in understanding, but the fruit wise, the result may be different for different people. Different means, yes, it will be pleasant for all, but the level of pleasant will depend on your practice. It is good for all of you here attending here. If someone is new to yoga, I will not offer this to that person. But all of you, Prasad sir, Ankush, Priyanshu, Uma, and Anuj, all of you are good candidates. How do we do that? Like I'm sitting here, I'll take 2, 3 deep breathing. Eyes are open. Throughout this mudra, eyes will remain open. What do I do in Shambhavi Mudra? I look at center of forehead. And as I told you, the alternate of Shambhavi Mudra, look little forward. So you will look little forward. And little forward can be 2 feet, 3 feet, 4 feet, 5 feet, 1 feet, depending on the space where you are. You are in a room or you are in open space. It's individual choice. It can change also. On some day it is at this distance, someday on higher distance. It doesn't matter. It's not much important. But keep the eyes open. Instead of exactly Shambhavi Mudra, you have to go for alternate of Shambhavi. You start looking at that point. Remember, you are looking forward, but you are, be very attentive what I'm saying now. When you are looking at that point somewhere here, there, but there is no meaning of anything which is there. You don't pay attention to anything. Sir, I'm seeing my curtain. I'm seeing something. Doesn't matter. You are deep breathing and looking little forward. That means how to start? Start looking at your Agya Chakra and go forward. Because when you come exactly here, even for a 1 second, half second, that will bring that state. That will help you to bring that state. Start here and then go forward, alternate. One or two breath there. Continue looking at that. Now, the next step, eyes are open, looking at there. Even the point fix is also not important. It can be little forward, backward, little oscillating. Doesn't matter. That means it is not matter of concern. And your mind will observe exactly at Bindu. Your consciousness will come to the Bindu and eyes are looking at that alternative Shambhavi Mudra. Deep breathing continuing. During that, even if your head goes little, but I mean, don't be too much conscious to make the spine absolutely straight, neck absolutely straight, then you will not get that. Be relaxed. Spine wise, neck wise, relax. You don't be like this, but relax, right? So as long as you have time and you want to continue, you can continue. 30 seconds, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes. It is too much. Beyond that, you do not have time. But as long as you enjoy, you continue. 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes is sufficient. 5 minutes sufficient maximum. Now I'm doing it for 1 or 2 minutes. Just look at me. So that what okay. After completing, you want to complete, close the eyes, deep breathing, tilt your head down, open the eyes, and you will already have entered that state. Man has disappeared. And now you are in that fruitful condition. You will not like to involve grossly with the worldly thing, but still you will be very productive in doing anything what you are going to do next. But your body language, your mental body language, your speech language means speech, the pattern of speech will be very much calm, balanced, with patience, and the good decisions can be taken. But like your speech style has been very speedy, or your body movement have been very much speedy or fluctuating, it is your nature. But after doing that, they will be balanced, like a sage, rishi. This will come. So it happens naturally. So be with that till the effect is there. Be in that calm, with patience state, and still doing your work, whatever is there. But the peoples around you, because they have been habit of experiencing you in your regular nature, for that 4 5 minute, 10 minute, 15, 20 minute, the effect of that remains with you. They'll find you are very kind of sincere, calm, very balanced. So it is your choice. How do you, handle that? The I think it's not of very much of concern, but it is a good state. It's a good state, and they'll also be in habit. Yes, sir, ma'am, papa, husband, or whatever your relation is with them. Yes, he is of that version also. That will bring the another. So I am doing it for 2 minutes. Okay, if you are at home, you are doing. There is no people around. Then even you can do palming on your upper body, and then you can exit. Otherwise, if you are at place where other people may there and you can't do, then simply tilt the head down and open. Okay, now I'm doing it for 2 minutes or 1 minute or 30 seconds. And then if you have question, you can ask, and then you will start. Starting with closed eyes and then open here, and then what I explain, I'll do. complete it. When you do that, as you progress, you are doing, then I will start being little less open, less open, less open, naturally. Less completely open to less open. So like half open, that happens naturally. You you naturally get into that state. Breathing can be ujjayi or slow bhastrika. When you are really with this process, you'll find your breath will naturally become. If you remember, I told you on other day how to purify the different chakra. I told you that the breathing and active this purifying the chakra. Similarly, it happens like when you have fixed that point somewhere, inhale, like Bindu is breathing, inhale, Bindu is inhaling, exhale, and you get the sphere. You have created the bound, that boundary of the Bindu only. Bindu inhale from there, exhale, exhale. Breathing, slow Bhastrika. Got the idea? If you have any question, ask and then you can practice.
सर ये जो सामने पॉइंट रख रहे हैं उसकी जगह अगर सिर्फ आज्ञा चक्र से ही करें तो तब भी चलेगा क्या, या फिर आगे पॉइंट होना जरूरी है?
देखिए आज्ञा चक्र करोगे then this will become for आज्ञा चक्र process. You will not be able to get with the bindu because these are both are there are distinct and unique your uh, your point, your psychic places. These two cannot work together. It will not give you the experience of the bindu. Here the Unmani Mudra comes with the bindu, and bindu is a representative of your causal body, Karan body. Whatever comes in your mind, yes, it can come with what I am observing in front of me with eyes, ear, and all. Okay, that also have effect. But how will I take the things in worldly things? It depends on my the coding which is there in my Karan body, coding which is in unconscious mind. So ultimately, the responsible identity is the Karan body. You and me and other people can see the same thing, but the perception will be different because of the causal body. Here, we do prahar on causal body only. The main culprit is the Karan body. So this is what we are purifying the causal body only, and we get that state of Unmani Mudra. So Agya Chakra already the people who will be able to get the best of this, those who are already in a capacity of Agya Chakra awakening, they have been practicing Shambhavi Mudra, Vaishnavi Mudra, this Agochari Mudra. Agochari is the Vaishnavi Mudra. So those who are already, they have activated, they have that, then they only these candidate can get into this also. So person who is unaware of the Shambhavi or Vaishnavi Mudra, they have not got practice. They will not get into that. For them, it will be, I'm not getting anything. Yes. So need not to look at here, but yes, starting and then alternate often. Any other question by anyone? Yes, Anuj.
सर बिंदु वाला स्टेप एक बार फिर से बता दीजिए, उससे पहले का तो काफी क्लियर है, वो बिंदु से कैसे कोरिलेट किया लास्ट में फाइनल स्टेप में, वो इतना अच्छे से समझ में नहीं आया।
देखो आपने यहाँ से देखना शुरू किया और हाफ 1 सेकंड सीधे आप इवन यहाँ मत भी देखो, सीधे वही जाओ, आधा 1 2 3 4 फीट जहां आपकी स्थिति बने मत देखो। ब्रीदिंग ujjayi या deep slow Bhastrika, a mix of these two. When you get that state, then eyes looking at that point, but eyes are not grossly पूरी तरह ओपन करके ऐसे नहीं दिख रही, like a lazy eyes, and consciousness comes at bindu. What will happen? It becomes like a breathing of your bindu. Inhale from that point, exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale will also become longer, exhale will become longer, and then जैसे होता है ना doing and this nasha is not a good thing. But if you'll see the people, those who जैसे नशा कर रहे हैं वो अपने नियंत्रण में नहीं रहते हैं, वो उसमें खोए रहते हैं, ऐसे होता है ना. You get that this nasha of your with your true self, with your atma, or you can call it Satchit Anand, Paramatma. Because the when mind is not having its effect, that means in that blissful state, you are with the God only. That is kind of you are in Brahmalok. That is your true state. You are claimant of that. Being a human being, it is your right to be in that state. Unaware of that state, still living the human life, it is the bad use of this instrument called human body you got. It is not available with other creatures. Other creatures have their final chakra is only Muladhara chakra. Finish. There is no other chakra. Only you have these so many chakra. So you can evolve yourself. What my point? Can you start now? Okay. We will do for 1, 2, 3 minutes. Once you are completed, you will close the eyes completely. 1 or 2 or 3. Deep breathing. Then tilt your head down and very slowly open the eyes, looking down only. And then slowly you will do head. And be a good friend of yourself, because you want to be in that state physically, mentally, emotionally, speech wise. So be that, feel that only. Even the people around you, they want to create this kind of situation, they want to make your other normal worldly version. Please don't enter into that. Be in your state. That is a natural state. And believe yourself, you will be able to handle the situation with that state. It is the perception of the people because they have seen you in other different personality. So they will perceive this perception as you are not paying more attention, or you are in some other thoughts, or there is it is their perception. But you will be in the best state. If you feel you have to be like your old version, normal version only, then I'll advise don't do this. Then don't do it. Post doing that, if you have to suddenly do something, some emergency is there, and you have to enter into that state. It is kind of violence. It is hinsa. It is atma atma hinsa. Apni hinsa hai. Apne true self ki hinsa. Don't do it. In that case, avoid this Manonmai mudra. Got it? Have you completed? कैसा experience? How was the experience? Anyone? Yes, uncle.
Sir, very good experience, sir.
अच्छा experience. Prasad sir, how was the experience?
It is very relaxing, meditative, in fact. More towards the ending. The eyes close slowly.
Naturally, eyes get the blurred vision happens. Blurred vision happens. Oma,
Yes, sir. I feel it's very relaxing and I feel calm in my eyes. I feel very. Sometimes I feel like when I bit of like bit of watering, a bit of tearing, not so bad. Very nice.
okay. Priyanshu,
पर बेस्ट पार्ट वो लास्ट में आंखें बंद होना मतलब लाइक रिलैक्सिंग था
Anuj,
So very relaxing, calming, and the benefits that you spoke about in length before teaching us this, I could partially feel it today. Obviously, since it's the first time I'm doing it, I couldn't understand it to the feel it to the maximum. But I could feel the blissful experience and calming, relaxing experience.
good. And when you have been doing practice the different yoga processes, you find even during the asanas, without going awareness at Bindu, this state comes naturally even during the asanas also. It happens naturally with different asanas. You are in that blissful state and doing the asana. It enhances your asanas holding, performance, gracefulness. People see he or she is doing asana, but he is in Manonmai state. He is in meditative state. Asana is just another instrument for him or her, right? So this is what you can uh, have that the dream that getting that state. So you become the claimant. Even during the daytime, whenever you are in not that state, you crave for that. Crave. You are able to distinguish. Yes, I'm entering into the bad zone. I have to come back. You get your state, and you become claimant like a sage. Still doing the worldly things and responsibility, and is still into your best state. Your hunger, you will enjoy the food very much. You will naturally be disciplined in the meal because you know what I do, I lose my that state for next 1 day, 2 hours, 5 hours. You don't want to. You don't want to lose that state because that is what your nature. That is your true state. Sat Chit Anand is your nature.